Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And welcome to the show. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays. Hope everyone's enjoying their time off if you're taking time off from work. But if you're in retail, I guess, then maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to be enjoying the time off. I'm only getting 2 days, so, you know.
Yeah, me too.
That's not
Actually,
enough.
I get Christmas Eve off.
Me too.
And then the weekend. But, you know.
Oh, well, I get Christmas Eve off, and then I took Monday after.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I didn't yet, but I might do it late.
Oh, you're
like,
allowed
I'm not showing
to?
up.
See, at my company, you have to, like, put that request in, like, 2 months in advance.
Oh, see, that's what I think it says something like that in our handbook, but nobody really follows that.
Well, that's fine.
And my manager doesn't even care if I like text her and I'm like, I'm not coming in tomorrow. She doesn't care.
That's
so.
amazing. I would abuse that system, so it's a good thing that's not for
Yeah.
me.
Right.
That's so funny.
But anyways, happy holidays, everyone.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like Christmas here at all.
I know.
It's
I was gonna
like
say that.
80 degrees, and our air conditioning is well, it's off right now to record the podcast, so it's a little toasty in here. But yeah, it's like warm. Like we're going to the beach this weekend to like swim.
Gosh.
So and it's December. It's like literally Christmas is knocking on the door, and that's really bad.
It's been like frosty here in the mornings though.
I mean, we've had cold days, but like we're in like some kind of heat wave right now, and it's like insane. Like actually, it's insane. It's supposed to be like 80 something this weekend.
Global warming.
Yay! I mean, I can't lie. I don't really like the cold, so I kind of like it. But I know it's bad. Yeah, I know it's bad.
Okay, so I do have a little topic to talk about before we go into our stories.
Yay.
So I recently got the app Good Pods, and I am like obsessed with it right now.
Oh, I haven't been on it that much, but what I have been, it's very fun. Everybody should go make an account and follow all of your favorite podcasts, including this one.
It's really good for like small podcasts where, like us, it's just us like at our house doing it. And you can like talk to the people who are doing the podcast like right on there. It's like social media for podcasters. It's really great.
Yeah.
And I've actually met like, I haven't made actual friends on there yet, but I've been like talking to people like through these chats and groups, and it's just so fun.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So
we love that. Shout out to Good Pods.
Yeah.
Also, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, please.
Yes, definitely. And another shout out to Good Pods, because on there you can actually rate every single episode if you wanted to.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And like write a review on every episode, so like individual ones, and let us know what you think of them if you wanted to.
Go write reviews on those too. Only good ones. Actually, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right. Any and all. That's really funny. I actually did not come to the table with any stories this week. No intro topics. I got none. And I don't know how I have none, but I don't.
We're switching it up because like usually I don't have any.
I know. Just nothing literally has been going on. I did have a job interview. Go back to last week.
How do we think it went?
We'll see. We'll see is all I have to say.
Right.
Yeah. Future's looking fun. That's all that I know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Actually, I do remember something that I have to say. I am going somewhere very fun. I'm not going to say where yet because, safety. But for New Year's, and I am really hoping that something happens to me in said place that I can tell you guys.
That sounded a little ominous. I hope something happens to me. Like,
okay,
what?
Not like that. Let me not manifest anything horrible for myself. I just want something ghostly to happen because I'm going to a very haunted place.
Right. So, I get you.
Circle back in a couple weeks to see if anything happened to me.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll check back in.
Anyways, also before we get started, I because of the heat and stress and time of year, I didn't even realize that Christmas is this episode. Like, I didn't realize this is a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
So my story is just regular. I was planning on doing like a Christmas themed episode, but your girl forgot it was Christmas. So I'm a Grinch, apparently, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I got a little Christmassy story for you, so we can like have half of it be Christmassy and half of it not. So
Perfect. Love
it'll
it.
be good. Okay, so are we ready to start?
I'm ready. Let's get into the stories.
All right, so mine, of course. Let's see if you can guess it before I say it.
I can guess it.
It is Krampus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we knew. I feel like it's the
Legend of
only
Krampus.
Christmas cryptid there is. Say that 5 times fast.
Yep. I know. I mean, maybe there's another, one out there that's just so small that we don't even know about. But
yeah, true. Circle back around for next Christmas to see.
Yes, exactly. So, Krampus, he is a Christmas legend / figure, and has origins in like the Alpine region of Europe. And I kept seeing that online, Alpine origins, and I'm like, where even is that?
Yeah, I
like
have no idea.
Me being the American, like, we don't know
No.
anything about that.
Never heard of geography ever in our lives.
Exactly. So I had to look it up. And that is like Austria, Germany, Slovenia, Hungary, and the Czech Republic.
Interesting. Okay.
So like, yeah, over in that area, and I'm guessing maybe some other countries around there, but that's what I found. And he has also been known in the US recently because of like movies and other media.
Mm-hmm. I did see the Krampus movie. Did you?
No.
I went in theaters and saw it.
You went in theaters?
Yeah, I did.
I saw, like, I didn't even really know much about it until I started doing this research. I was like,
that's crazy.
I saw the poster for it and I was like, that looks scary. I don't want to watch that for Christmas.
Wow, I had the complete opposite reaction. I was like, oh my gosh, a scary Christmas movie? That sounds exactly like everything I wanted. Except for it was a horrible movie. And it was not even scary, and I wanted it to be really scary. And it wasn't. So, you can maybe watch it.
Did it have, like, a wholesome Christmas ending?
No. No, it did not.
Dang. Well.
No spoilers.
Okay.
I mean, it's been out for probably 10 years, but.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be watching it, but maybe. Okay, so Krampus, like the name comes from the word Krampen, which is German for claw.
Oh.
So that makes sense, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely makes sense.
Like evil claws.
Evil claws.
Oh my god.
It's
Santa
like evil
Claus.
Wait, what did you say?
Santa Claus, but it's like a different spelling.
Yeah,
but,
like with a WS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one.
But anyways, so Krampus is said to be the son of Hel in Norse mythology,
Okay.
which is Hel, which is like a goddess.
Oh, it's a person. Oh.
Is that how you pronounce it? Hel or Heel? Or...
I don't think it would. I think it would be Hell, probably.
Yeah, but it's with one L.
Okay, yeah. So we're not talking about like the underworld hell. We're talking about a person named Hel.
We kind of are, because she's the goddess of death.
Oh, okay. But it's like, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Maybe that might be where the word hell comes from.
Yeah, maybe. Our girl Hel. Like, her name's just Helen, but she was like, yeah, we'll name it Hel. For sure.
Right. Because Norse mythology, like, came before Christianity and everything, so it would make sense. Yeah. I saw that, and I was like, that's kind of crazy that, it sort of connects to the real, like, stuff nowadays.
Yeah.
But anyways, when you hear this, you're gonna go a little crazy. So, Hel, the goddess of death, is the daughter of Loki.
No, okay, actually, I did know that.
Okay, so that means that Krampus is Loki's grandson.
Love that. Hope
Isn't
we
that
have some
crazy?
Marvel fans out there to really appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so crazy because all I'm thinking is Tom Hiddleston. Like,
I know. Like, he's a grandpa. Like,
to
what?
Krampus. Like,
Yes.
evil Santa Claus. I know you haven't even
Yes.
said it, but in case you don't know, Krampus is like evil Santa Claus.
Yeah. I know. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Yes.
But yeah, I just saw that and I was like, this is like just too crazy to think about. Like, what if Marvel could just incorporate that one day, you know?
Yeah, and honestly, they probably will.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
Marvel, if you're listening, do it.
Yeah, for a Christmas movie or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marvel's Krampus. Okay, sorry. I'm just too
I mean,
excited.
it would be awesome. Anyways, so yes, Krampus is the grandson of Loki. And Krampus actually, like, even though it is like a Christmas legend, the story has like pre-Christian origins, you know, because it's like Norse
Oh, yeah.
mythology.
Definitely.
And Christmas, before it became Christmas, was actually Yule.
Yes, the
Did you know that?
Yuletide. Yes.
But the holiday was taken over by Christianity, just like how Samhain was.
AKA Halloween, if you didn't listen
Halloween.
to our Halloween episode.
So I was gonna like go over that and like how Yule became Christmas and everything, but it's pretty much it's very similar to the Samhain one. So if you go
Yeah.
back and listen to the Halloween,
Basically, the Christians took over everything.
Yeah. So basically, they
yeah.
were celebrating. They would celebrate Yule every year and have all these like traditions with like having a tree in your house and like, you know, all the things that we do today that kind of don't make sense. They made sense for Yule because it like celebrated the earth and stuff.
That's really cool.
But it got rebranded because
As the birth of Jesus Christ himself.
Yes, because Christians wanted people to convert, and they were like, well, we will just use their holidays that they already celebrate and just rebrand them.
Listen, that's kind of messed up.
It is. It happened with like most of our Christian holidays we have now used to be old pagan holidays.
I just think that's so funny because I feel like a lot of Christians don't know that.
I know.
Because, I mean, at one point I didn't know that, so.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And with like Easter too. Honestly, we'll get to that during Easter time too.
Hit us up in April
but,
if that's when Easter is. Don't even know.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's different every year. I don't know. Around that time. But yes, so it used to be Yule, and it's a very old tradition of having Krampus come around. So let's get into who Krampus really is. He is, I don't want to say evil, but some people call him evil. A guy who he comes around and scares children who have misbehaved.
I mean, a random guy who comes to scare children, to me, is evil. Maybe.
Well, yeah. And I'll go over his appearance. And there's many, like, variations because, you know, this is an old legend. So, you know, it's been changed time and time again from, like, word of mouth and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So he is, most of the time, he is shown as being like half goat, half man.
Okay, like the devil himself.
Yes, basically. He's very much looks like the way people describe the devil, which could also be, you know how I was saying, like, they take things from the pagan traditions and put them into the Christian. So, I mean, could be part of that, which is interesting. But, okay, so Krampus is hairy. He usually has brown or black fur. He has cloven hooves, which is like a hoof split into two toes. Because I didn't know what that meant. I had to look it up. He has horns of a goat and a long pointed tongue.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. He has fangs.
Oh, suddenly he's Edward Cullen.
a little bit.
I just have to find a way in every episode to mention Edward Cullen.
Right. Yeah, we have to. I mean, okay, this one kind of got me. Some say that he's 3 times the size of an average human.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Like, I don't really know how that works. In a lot of, like, pictures and depictions, he doesn't look that big. So, it's just, like, in some stories they say that. I'm like, okay.
I feel like they're just trying to make him sound scarier than he is.
Yeah, that's probably it. He carries chains, and Wikipedia said, this quote from Wikipedia was having me laughing so hard. It says that he thrashes the chains for dramatic effect.
Okay, if that's not me, I don't know what is.
I
know, doing things
honestly,
for dramatic effect.
Right, like, what? So, yeah, Krampus is a drama queen, you know.
Of course.
Sometimes the chains have bells on them, so I guess even more dramatic. I don't know.
He's in the Christmas spirit. What do you mean?
Honestly, yeah, that's true. That's true. And part of the pagan origins, he carries bundles of birch branches, and he it's bad. He hits children with them.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
And he, in some representations, he has a whip that he hits people with instead of the birch branches. Yeah. Yeah. He can be seen with like a sack or a basket on his back, so he can put children in it and take them to hell, or he takes them back home to eat them.
Oh. My God.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways. Back to the holiday part of it. The feast of Saint Nicholas is on December 6th. So it is said that like Krampus and Saint Nicholas, aka Santa, visit children in like, you know, in the areas that celebrate this. They visit children on December 5th, so the day before that feast of Saint Nicholas. And Santa comes and gives gifts to good kids, obviously. And Krampus comes and gives a punishment to bad kids.
Oh.
Which is like coal or the birch bundles.
Oh.
He comes around and like either leaves just like the sticks, or I guess like it's like a threatening thing, like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with this. Like, he's apparently apparently they come to homes and to businesses, which I was like, businesses?
Why they go to work too?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Anywhere.
Yeah. In some of the legends, Krampus just goes by himself without St. Nicholas and like just goes around the streets and is like, where are all the bad kids? And I thought this was kind of cute. There's a tradition where kids leave their shoes out, and in the morning, there would either be a gift or a rod of birch branches.
Oh, well, imagine getting the birch branches.
I know. Like, what do your parents pick them up and they're like, well, I guess I gotta hit you?
I hope not.
Like, I don't know. Depending on what parents you have.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're not advocating for the hitting, but, like, I guess the tradition is that. Honestly, I mean, if you did say lightly also, tap.
Yeah, you did also say, like, this was in a completely different part of the world, so, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So, that is, like, the legend part of this. There's also some like traditions that go on in this part of the world that I thought were pretty cool. So there's like parades and events around December. One of them's called, see, now I'm gonna say some like German-ish words that I might not be able to pronounce. Krampuslauf, which translates to Krampus Run.
Oh no.
which so young men will dress up as Krampus and scare the audience. They like run around and like scare people.
Oh, I thought you meant like it was like a 5K type deal.
Oh my God, I know. Honestly, when I first saw it, that's what I kind of thought too. But no, it's like more of a parade.
Oh, that's fun.
And they just like scare people.
Wait, I want to go to Krampus
Yeah.
Loft. Is that what you said it's called?
Yeah, Krampus Loft.
That sounds fun.
And in some of the things I saw, it said like the people who were dressed up are like also drunk. So
That's very fun.
they just like get drunk and
Go
dress
scare
up as
people.
Krampus.
That sounds like
Yeah.
my dream.
Could be fun. So yeah, events like this occur annually in alpine towns. So that's kind of cool.
Ooh.
Maybe we'll put this on our list
Yeah,
to
hey,
go
Juju,
see some of this stuff.
write that down. Or Poe. Either one of you.
There's also Krampus Not, which
Krampus Night?
See, I feel like people are laughing at me for having such an American accent saying all this.
They are.
But it's okay. Which is Krampus Night, which that's what it sounds like, where adults will dress up as Krampus to scare their kids in their house. So
Okay, that's actually me as a parent.
yeah.
That's fun.
It's like, oh my God, that's like, I've seen on TikTok recently people dressing up as the Grinch to scare their kids.
That's hilarious. Is the Grinch scary? I guess the kids.
I mean, to
maybe.
little kids.
Yeah, I guess. That's really funny.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was going through some of this stuff. Like, the Grinch is the American version, sort of.
Okay, that is like not even close, but I mean, yeah, it is. Like the only thing even close at all.
But he's like, such a nice version compared to this.
Yeah, the Grinch just chills in his little house by himself. Krampus goes and eats children.
I know. I mean, it's very different, but I'm just saying we don't have anything equivalent here.
Yeah, no, we don't.
There's actually like some that are similar in like different countries around where this is celebrated too. I didn't write down the names because I read them and I was like, I'm not going to be able to pronounce those.
Yeah.
So just know that there are like other versions of like this, but there's just not like an American version, which I thought was interesting. And there's not really, like an English version either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it was weird, like that part of the world all does it, but closer to us, we're like, why is there an evil being for Christmas?
I mean, I think it is funny. It probably gets kids to act way better than here.
I mean, probably.
What would make you act better? If you are good, Santa will bring you toys, or if you're good, Krampus will come and eat you. I mean, if you're bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, kids here just get threatened by, oh, Santa will leave you coal. But like,
right, like, okay.
Do they care?
They don't care. They don't care about the coal.
Exactly.
They would probably care about being eaten, though.
Exactly. Maybe we should
Let's bring it
adopt
back.
it.
Yeah, let's bring the Krampus tradition back.
Okay. So there's another Krampus tradition called Krampus Carton. Can you guess what that translates to? The other ones were a little easier.
I would use my brain for this, but instead I'll just do the first thing that popped in my head. And that is where you print Krampus's picture out on all the milk cartons in schools. That's my guess.
Honestly, it's a little bit close because it's Christmas cards.
Oh, look at me. I'm intelligent.
So it's kind of close. So yes, Krampus Carton, which is sending holiday cards with Krampus on them.
I want one.
And this, honestly, yeah, this became popular, back in, 1900s, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have a date. I went to say, and then I was like, oh, I don't even have a date. But it just became popular, and now people still do it, and it's just like more popular than ever now. So there's some cards. I'll just have some examples of like what could be on some of these cards. There's simple ones that just say like greetings from Krampus. There's
cute.
one that shows him stuffing a kid in a bag or like hitting a kid with birch sticks
Oh my god.
or like leading the kids away with chains.
Wow. So do you like just go to the store and buy these cards? Or do you make them?
I think both. I think now you can probably just buy them, but
Fun.
there are cards that show like Krampus proposing to women,
Oh, okay.
which is like I don't really know where that one
Get them
came
girls,
from, but okay.
Krampus.
And there's some that show Krampus dressed as a woman hitting tiny men with birch sticks and carrying them off in a bag.
That one's kind of fun, right?
Yeah, so they kind of, get a little weird, but
Yeah, sounds like it.
but yeah. So actually in 2004, an art director and graphic designer named Monty Beauchamp, I think that's how you say it. Beauchamp. He published a book of Krampus cards, and they became popular in the U.S. So some say that he's the one who like introduced Krampus to the U.S.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And that was in 2004, so it hasn't been too long.
Has not been long at all.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. We're gonna take it back a few decades. In Austria, after the 1932 election, the country was left like very conservative and fascist, because we know what was going on during that time. And they actually prohibited the Krampus tradition during that time because they were like so conservative, which is crazy because Austria like loves this tradition. Like all the things that I saw were all just like Austria.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, but like they were so fascist that they're like, we do not want this.
Yeah.
So
It'd be like that, I guess.
yeah, because they're like, pure Christian values, I guess. I don't know.
I guess.
And in the 50s, the Austrian government distributed pamphlets saying that Krampus is an evil man.
Stop. They're wasting the government money. That is
right,
so
honestly.
funny. Like, I think that's the point. I think everybody knows that he's evil.
I know. But luckily, with the government sort of turning around and everything, and, Austria's came back from all their conservative fascist past. And at the end of the century, there was like a resurgence of the Krampus tradition, and now celebrations are back.
Ooh, fun. Party.
So that's good for them. I'm glad they got their traditions back.
Definitely.
And they're also being revived in Bavaria, which I'm like,
no clue.
again with geography,
Yep.
don't really know where that
Never
is.
heard of her.
It's just being ignorant, but it's okay. And they make hand-carved wooden masks there.
Ooh, they look like Krampus. Love that.
Yeah. So that's cool. And because of this like resurgence and everything, people are saying that Krampus is becoming too commercialized in modern culture and like is losing his edge.
I mean, yeah, I would definitely say that's probably true. I'm not scared of Krampus. I'm also not a kid though, so
that's true.
Yeah.
I do actually have something that's related to that, being scared of Krampus. So this year, some towns were considering like not celebrating Krampus because there were a lot of refugees in the Alpine towns, and they thought it might scare them, like refugees from Syria and Afghanistan. So like they don't really know the traditions and everything. So they're like, don't want them to be scared of like this random goat man.
That's really nice to think about. Like they're really thinking about the other people, the refugees, thinking like, oh, they might be scared of that. That's cool. Because I mean, I would be scared of that if I was in a completely different country, and then all of a sudden there's this goat demon looking man, who eats children apparently.
So they actually educated the people instead of
keeping it,
just
yeah,
instead of like
not
not
doing it.
having the traditions, they educated them. So they like the children were invited to a presentation where they learned about Krampus and in a way where they wouldn't get too scared of it.
They said, "Hi kids,
And
welcome
like
to Krampus 101."
right. Like they sort of gave a backstory, I guess, of what the tradition means, and like it sort of gives a point of reference to like adopt it into their culture too.
Yeah, that's
You
really
know?
cool.
So that was like really cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. But yeah, Krampus. Honestly, I would adopt it into my
Same.
holiday traditions. I think it would be fun.
Same. I also just think that's a really good way to get kids to listen to you. Just scare the crap out of them, I guess.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Wait, here's the real question, though. Do you believe that Krampus is real? Or ever was?
Oh, I don't know. It's like the Goat Man, basically.
Goat Man!
That's what it reminds me of, the
Yeah.
Goat Man.
It's because he literally is one.
I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Me neither. I guess we'll have to just see this Christmas if we're visited. We won't be because we're not children. And we've also been good this year, so.
Yeah. And we missed the day. We were supposed to leave our boots out on December 5th.
Dang it. Maybe next year. That's so tragic. Well, now that we're all in the Christmas mood, here is another story, completely not Christmas at all. So,
Okay, I'm ready.
I have for us the legend of the Rougarou.
The Rougarou?
The Rougarou. It sounds like I'm Scooby-Doo trying to say anything, and I just can't.
Right, like I can't even think of what that would be.
Yeah, so, okay. I didn't know what it was either. I just stumbled across it, and I was like, yep, definitely doing this. So,
Okay.
the Rougarou is a legendary creature, typically like originating from French communities. And the Rougarou has similar traditional concepts of our modern werewolf. Da da da.
Oh, a werewolf.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So the word Rougarou comes from the French word loup-garou. And loup, like Loup, in French means wolf. And then like garou is like, they called it, I don't even remember, but some like form of French and English combined. Garou means werewolf. So it just kind of means like werewolf, wolf.
Okay.
The word itself.
Okay.
So, yeah. So tales of the Rougarou obviously started in France, but have moved to the United States, especially like specifically in Louisiana, because that's where most, French people immigrated to when they came here. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. This story.
Yeah, I feel like it's either like Louisiana or they went up to Canada.
Yep, that's literally my next bullet is that there are reports of the Rougarou in Canada, because that's where the rest of the French people went, is Canada. So, yeah, there's some of these in Canada as well. And this is also not like one, like there's not one Rougarou. There's like a bunch. So,
okay.
Many Rougarous to be found. So they call it, this is the fun part, it's the Cajun Werewolf, because it's from Louisiana. You get it?
Oh,
even though it's not from Louisiana.
I love that.
But, So we got the good old Cajun legend. The creature is said to prowl the swamps around New Orleans at night, and also the sugarcane fields and woodlands of the area. So, yeah. All the good places you want to be in the night. So he is, I also don't know the gender, don't know why I keep calling him he. The Rougarou is most often described as a creature with a human body with the head of a wolf or a dog. So, basically half man, half wolf, similar to Goat Man. It's funny because honestly, I think our cryptids are really similar this week.
They really are. That's kind of crazy. I didn't think about that.
Me neither. Me neither.
No, also that's so weird that it's like half man, half wolf. Like I don't think I've ever heard of a creature like that. Like a werewolf's just like a person that turns into a wolf.
Yeah, no,
like
this
fully.
Is different.
It's not...
This is like, no, like half of the creature is human, half of it is like a wolf or a dog. So, even creepier than that, it literally has been known to come up, like a Rougarou has been known to come up out of the swampy water and like attack people.
Oh no.
So that's good. They're also described as covered in hair, lots of super sharp, scary teeth, and for fingernails, they don't have fingernails, they have claws. And they are very known for having extremely red eyes. So if you're ever in Louisiana and you see some red eyes in some woods, you better go quickly.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if you're anywhere and you see red eyes, you need to go.
You just need to go. Go very quickly. So this legend is super, super, super old. Couldn't even find like a time to date it back to. No clue. So there are many variations because this legend is also all around the world. As we know, France, America, Canada, it's everywhere. So I'm going to just go over a bunch of the different versions because they're all really kind of different and some of them are hilarious. So one example is that families would tell their kids that the beast would hunt down and kill Catholics who don't follow the rules of Lent.
Oh my God.
And that's actually the most common story. So
that's why you asked me the other day. You said, do you know what happens when you don't follow the rules of Lent? I said, no.
Actually, that's not what I asked you.
You need to go to confession.
Yeah, that is what you said. That's actually not what I asked you. Because I asked you, have you ever broken Lent 7 years in a row? Because the legend says that if you break Lent 7 years in a row, you will become a Rougarou. And I just had to see if you were one, Savannah.
Oh,
so
my God.
Basically, this is a cryptid. Like, the Rougarou is a cryptid. But becoming one is kind of, they call it a curse. Like, the curse of the Rougarou. Because anybody can become one.
Okay.
If you break Lent 7 years in a row.
Okay, see, that means that I probably am one. Because
I know. That's why I asked you.
Because I used to, like, now I don't really keep up with Lent or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not breaking it if you don't
if you don't follow it. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like, I definitely did it as a kid and stuff, and I would not follow through. So.
Yikes. Okay, guys, you heard it here first. Savannah's a Rougarou, so we better run.
Right.
So that's the main one, but others also believe that a witch has to curse you to become a Rougarou, but not just any normal witch. It has to be specifically a voodoo priestess. So kind of just like New Orleans, Louisiana vibes, you know. You can just I can just see already how this legend kind of warped itself, but yeah, it's so a bunch of them are just like a mix of both, like a curse and breaking the Lent. So, and others just kind of think that it's fake to teach people, kids, you know, like follow Lent, you know. Also, what is Lent? Can you describe it for one who does not really know? I know you have to choose something to give up, but just for the listeners.
Okay, so I might not be the best person to ask about this, but I know the basics, I think. I believe it's like the days leading up to Easter or the days leading up to Good Friday or something like that. And for a certain amount of days, they say, oh yeah, you have to like give something up. And also, you can't eat meat on Fridays.
Oh, wow.
That's like everybody. Like, you can't eat meat on Fridays. And then like...
Yikes.
It probably has something to do with like praying too. I don't really know. Yeah, and I remember my mom talked about when she did Lent with her family, because she like grew up going to Catholic school like for 12 years, and like her family would do it. So they would have like pizza on Fridays because you can't have meat, or like meat, they would have fish or something. Like,
wait, they can have fish?
So yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I hope I'm not making that up, but I'm pretty sure you can have fish, but you can't have meat.
I believe you. I have no idea. So okay, well there you go. So don't break any of that. All of those rules, and then you won't become a Rougarou. You know? That's apparently it.
Yeah.
So I know I said I didn't know when it originates, like the legend, and I don't. But the earliest written story about the Rougarou dates back all the way to the 1700s. But it's known to be like actually written down that it was like an oral legend prior to the 1700s. So this one's super, super old. And the people in Louisiana take the Rougarou very seriously. Well, the ones who believe it. So,
see, that makes sense because okay, can I just interrupt to say back
you go right ahead.
to back up to Lent again because I just remembered it like starts on Ash Wednesday.
Oh yeah, that's when
It starts on Ash Wednesday, and actually the day before Ash Wednesday is called Fat Tuesday or like
oh yeah,
Donut Day or something. So that's like
so
a really
sense.
big celebration in New Orleans because they take Lent so seriously. So basically that Tuesday you can do like anything you want, like go all out, eat all this stuff, like feast basically, and then you are like celebrating Lent for the next few weeks. So that's why you go all out that Tuesday, and that's, such a big thing in New Orleans, so it makes sense that they care so much about it.
Yeah, no, that makes so much sense. Everything is clicking in my brain.
Yeah.
So in Louisiana,
Yeah, I had to jump in there with that.
Oh yeah, you had to. So in Louisiana, you might not know this, because I didn't actually know this until I started working at the job that I work now. But instead of counties, like like we have counties in North Carolina and like pretty much all other states, Louisiana doesn't have counties. They have parishes.
Seriously?
That's what they call them.
I didn't know that.
I mean, it's like literally the same thing. Like a parish is a county. It's just called parish. So I just thought I would reference that because in Terrebonne Parish, it's known that if you reveal the name of someone that you think is a Rougarou, you will become one too. And I know this is getting a little confusing, but it'll all make sense here in a minute. So let's see here. So I know I already talked about if you are in the dark woods or wetlands in Louisiana at night, like that's like the worst possible circumstance. You will probably find yourself face to face with like a tall, terrifying, bloodthirsty creature. Like if you meet a Rougarou at night, like you are absolutely screwed. You will not make it out alive.
Oh no.
Yeah, like there's no way. They are known to rip their victims apart and drink your blood. And then once you are bitten by a Rougarou, you then become one. So
okay, but if they drink your blood, are you just dead?
I mean, like,
or
yeah,
are you one?
Yeah, you're gonna have to ask the Rougarou themselves because I don't actually know. This is what I'm saying, like how different these versions of the legends can be. So this is just one of them, So obviously, people are really split on this. People either extremely, extremely believe in the Rougarou or they extremely, extremely don't. Like, there's kind of no middle ground here, which is not normally the case, which is pretty interesting. And I'm kind of also assuming that those who, like, align with the Catholic beliefs are kind of like the 50% who do believe in the Rougarou. That's what I just would assume. So, now, I said there's basically nothing that you can do once you see a Rougarou, but I lied. There's like one thing that you can do, and it might work, potentially. So, they are known to be stupid. Which,
okay.
first of all. So, they can be outsmarted, is basically what I'm saying. So, to survive, if you lay 13 small objects, like any small object. So they like listed like coins or beans or whatever, something small. Lay 13 objects around all of your doors and all of your windows. And by doing this, the Rougarou will try to count the objects, but he can't count higher than 12 because he's stupid. So,
okay.
he won't be able to count the objects, and then he'll get frustrated and he'll try to start again. And this will consume him all night. And then when the sun rises, the Rougarou is no more and they become human again.
Okay.
So if you're asking, like, throwing it back a little bit to how I said people, if you reveal a name of somebody who you think is a Rougarou, you can become one. You're normal during the day.
Okay.
So you walk around like normal, so you might not even know that you're a Rougarou. Savannah.
Oh no. Oh my god. Wait, you don't even know? So do you turn into one every night?
Yes, every single night. So we're going to get into more. There is more.
Oh my god.
More like contingencies of the plan, but yes. Short answer, yes.
Oh no. Oh no.
So, but if that like counting thing that I said, like, you know, he's stupid and can't count higher than 12, if it sounds familiar to you, you may have listened, or you, Savannah, may know the episode where I covered the legend of the Boo Hag. And basically, that's literally another cryptid, not from the same area. So the Boo Hag was in South Carolina, but South Carolina is pretty close to Louisiana. You know, actually, I don't know. It's not really.
Well,
relatively.
no,
you know,
but
geography.
Also, yeah.
Yeah. So, but the Boo Hag is another cryptid that gets easily distracted by counting things. So, in the Boo Hag episode, I talked about counting, like, you put a broom by your door and it can't count the bristles of the broom.
Oh, yes,
So,
yes.
the Rougarou is kind of the same. So, these cryptids, you know, they're not any Albert Einsteins. I'll just say that. So, yeah, I don't know. Just count 13 quarters or something and put them near your window and you might be fine. Who knows?
It's so weird that it's 13 because it's like usually 13 is an unlucky number, but in this case it's lucky number 13.
Yep.
You know?
Can't count past 12. That must be a struggle. So, I know that you've covered like werewolves overall on the podcast, but this, I know, I mean, like, it is a werewolf, but it's also a curse. So I was like, this is different, and that's why I'm covering it. But what I think is the most interesting about the story is that you also talked about New Orleans vampires, right?
Yes.
So I'm here to tell you that there are also New Orleans Rougarous, a.k.a. werewolves, a.k.a. real life Jacob and Edward.
I love that.
I know. Like, I mean, like, the storyline could actually be going right now somewhere in New Orleans, and we just don't even know.
Honestly, like, why was it not set in New Orleans? Like,
I just want to know if Stephanie Meyer knew this information previous to her writing
Probably
the
not.
series.
I'm gonna write a book series and it's gonna take place there.
You should.
With some vampires and werewolves.
You absolutely should.
Oh my god.
So now let me get into the very few personal stories that I found with the Rougarou because, as you know, most people don't survive. So yeah. The most famous story is one by a woman named Barbara Mullins. And so this was back in 1996 is when this happened. So shout out to the year you were born, Savannah. So she was driving down Highway 12 in Louisiana when she came across this really interesting carcass on the side of the road. And she described
Oh no, I don't like that word.
No. Carcass, never good. She described this carcass as being the size of a Saint Bernard dog, which, I mean, what does that even mean? But at first she thought it was just like a dog. But when she got a little closer, she was like, that's no dog. Maybe it's a baboon. As if that makes any sense.
A baboon?
Look, that's what she said. Luckily, though, it is 1996, and she had a camera in her car. So,
okay.
I am texting you the pictures now, so you can look at them. So she took pictures, and yeah, they're not great quality, because, again, 1996. So, I'm going to just describe them. Go on our Instagram and see the picture. I personally think it looks like a very, very, very hairy, fluffy, untamed Pomeranian with like a human arm and human legs. Kinda.
Yeah, it kind of does. Or it looks like a buffalo. Like, I don't know, super hairy. But it definitely
hairy.
looks like human limbs.
Like, yeah, like definite creepy. Human limbs. It's very creepy. And yeah, so she like sent this picture like to a lot of different people and was like, what is this? Also, I found this. And she just left it there, obviously, and left. But Yeah, eventually, that picture was actually sent to cryptozoologist Roy Young, who examined the images and did a whole bunch of research and determined, like, his personal professional opinion as a cryptozoologist is that this animal is the Cajun werewolf, aka the Rougarou. So,
Oh my god, wait.
that's like a real life picture.
Is this like the only picture they have? Like the only evidence,
Yeah,
really?
the only real life picture. Yeah.
I love that though. That's
I know. It
crazy
is really
that there's
weird.
actual evidence.
I know. It's super weird. Because I was like on the fence. I was like, I do not believe that this Rougarou is real. And then the picture. And I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like, I really don't. Like, don't know. But other personal stories that I found come from people who actually, like, went out looking for Rougarou. And, which I don't recommend. Don't do that. There are a bunch of stories of seeing red eyes in the woods and seeing dog-like creatures, like watching them and stalking them in the woods. And then, of course, they got scared and ran away, like as you would. So, so creepy. But, yeah. Other than that, I could not find any more personal stories. But the big one that I found was kind of enough for me, at least to question, because y'all honestly have to go see that picture. It's crazy. But last and certainly not least, there is an annual Rougarou festival in Houma, Louisiana, which is right outside New Orleans. So my only question is 2022 question mark?
Yes.
Rougarou festival? And because that already sounds fun enough for me to go. But if you need another incentive, after the Rougarou festival, there is a Rougarou Ball. Yes, ball.
A ball?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And you know it's our dream to go to a ball. So why not the Rougarou Ball?
It's our dream. Yes, it is.
We want to live the Bridgerton lifestyle. And that's what I imagine this, but like with cryptid people.
Okay, but how is it a ball? Like,
I don't know. They
is
like
it themed?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's just like called the Rougarou Ball. And then you go dressed fancily, you know.
I wanna go.
I know. I feel like we literally have to.
We have to.
So I mean, we couldn't do Mothman Festival, so we might as well go to the Rougarou Festival. So
I know.
possible? I don't know, but that is the legend of the Rougarou. Da-da-da.
That was amazing. I've never heard of the Rougarou, but I love it.
Me neither.
Actually, I don't know how I feel about it.
I mean,
but
it's pretty bad, but
yeah.
I don't know. You know, I don't know. I have a lot of questions. Like, I feel like as much research as I did, I could not find a lot of answers. So.
Right.
I don't really know. Hold on. Wait a second. Let me look at my notes because actually I do remember something. Did I not write it down? Wow. Go me. So. Okay. No, I did write it down and completely skipped over it. Okay, this is important. Okay. Hold on. Don't leave yet, everybody. No. Okay. So we're throwing it back a little bit to how I said some people believe that it's a curse, right? Instead of like everything else. So, those who do believe that it's a curse, which is why I asked you if maybe you are a Rougarou, is because they believe that once someone is put under the Rougarou spell, they will be held under the spell for 101 days. And then after the 101 days, the curse is then transferred to another person. So,
what? Wait, so how does it get transferred? Who does it go to?
I don't know, anyone? And I don't know.
So literally anybody could be one.
Yeah, like we could be ones and didn't know. And then that got me thinking, like, what if like people who sleepwalk are like Rougarous trying to look for blood? I mean, I know that's like a lot to think about, but like I don't know. How am I to know?
That's crazy.
But yeah.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
so you're only one for 101 days. So.
Well, according to some people.
Right. Yeah.
So, who knows? I guess we won't ever really know because also, like, do you remember your Rougarou stages at night, or is it just like a dream? Who knows? I mean, I'm not a Rougarou, so, or am I? Who knows? But anyway, yes. Finally, in conclusion, that is the legend of the Rougarou.
Oh my god. I have just like another thing to be scared of now.
I know. That's basically all this podcast is. A list of things that we're really afraid of.
Yeah, really. Like Krampus, I'm not really scared of him, honestly.
No, me neither. We're not children. He
But
won't eat us.
yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's a good point.
And that's all I have to worry about, so.
But the Rougarou. Dang.
Yeah, but the Rougarou.
What if I am one?
I don't know, Savannah. That scares me. I ain't going around you at night no more. That's all I do know.
Well, honestly, I wonder if like the numbers have dwindled since COVID and people have to stay inside.
Oh yeah, I wonder. We should do a study.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. Okay, well, anyways, guys, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I hope everybody gets a visit this holiday season from Krampus or Rougarou or both.
Yes.
Sounds fun to me. Sounds very Christmas spirity.
Yeah,
And yeah,
definitely.
have fun celebrating. We surely will. Ho, ho, ho. I don't have anything else to say, so.
Yeah, me either.
Okay, well, I guess we'll see you next week.
Okay, cue the music.